Namaskar, dear sadhaks and seekers of the divine. Welcome once again to the sacred words of Shri Brahmachaitanya Maharaj, a lamp of wisdom lighting our inner path. Today's Pravachan gently calls us to examine the true purity of our heart and the steadfastness in Nama-smarana, the remembrance of the Lord's name. Let us quiet our minds, open our hearts, and receive these timeless teachings with reverence and faith. As we listen, may we deepen our resolve to live every moment for God alone. Eschew the idea that you have yet something to do. I have dedicated myself to God, and now there is no longer anything else that I have to achieve or strive for. This should be the attitude of your mind. You will certainly win tranquility of mind if you solemnly promise to God, Lord, henceforward I live only for Thee. Nothing else now claims my attention except remembering Thy name. It is incorrect to say that old age makes the mind weak and therefore unable to repeat the holy name. While enumerating his manifestations, Lord Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that among the organs and faculties of the body, he is the mind. The mind, we imagine, becomes helpless at the last hour of life. And yet the Lord exhorts us to remember Him till and at the last moment of our existence. It cannot, therefore, be that the mind must lose awareness of Him. Of course, advanced age may mean loss of ability to sit up in meditation for as long as in younger age, or that sleep may overtake one during meditation, but it cannot happen that the mind may lose awareness of God and the divine name. What actually happens is not weakening of the mind, but its preoccupation and loading with thoughts about extraneous worldly matters. What is required, therefore, is disengaging the mind from those extraneous matters and concentrating it on God. If we dissociate the mind from money and such other worldly matters, then we cannot miss our goal. Hankering after money and popular esteem or recognition, really drives a person away from the divine, so one should avoid falling a prey to such hankering. One cannot avoid the possibility of coming across it in worldly life, but one who aspires to love of God should honestly be on guard to avoid its evil effects. Righteousness, devotion to God, remembering and repeating Nama, and company of saintly persons are, the means of purifying the mind. In brief, close association with the saintly is the surest remedy. An obvious sign of a pure mind is a desire that the whole world should be as happy as ourselves. To foster this desire, one should make it a practice to pray for peace and happiness to all in the world. Then God will in His grace certainly purify the mind. Among the countless stories that glorify Nama-smarana and purity of heart, the story of Prince Dhruva shines with extraordinary clarity. Dhruva was a young prince, only 5 years old, when he was insulted by his stepmother and denied the affection of his father. Heartbroken, he went to his mother Suniti, who, instead of encouraging revenge, pointed him toward the Lord. She told him that only Lord Narayana could truly bless him and uplift him. With this pure and determined motive, Dhruva set out alone into the forest to perform tapasya and remember the Lord's name. He met Sage Narada, who initially tried to dissuade him, considering his age and background, but Dhruva's resolve was unshakable. Seeing this, Narada gave him the Nama, Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and taught him the discipline of meditation. Dhruva meditated for months, gradually reducing his needs until he stood still, motionless, absorbed completely in the Lord. His remembrance became so deep that his very breath, body, and being were filled only with the name of God. So intense was his devotion that even the devas were disturbed, and ultimately, Lord Narayana himself appeared before him. When the Lord asked Dhruva what he desired, the child, moved by divine love, said, "I sought land and kingdom, but now I see you. What need have I for anything else?" This complete shift in desire from material to divine was the fruit of Nama-smarana and purity of heart. Dhruva's story perfectly reflects Maharaj's words. It is not age, status, or intellect that determines success in sadhana. It is purity of motive and unbroken remembrance. Even a child, if sincere, can attain the Lord through Nama. Let us make a solemn vow today, dear listeners. I live for God alone. I seek nothing but His name. Whether young or old, strong or weak, the mind that turns fully to Him is never forsaken. Let us chant His name daily, lovingly, and single-mindedly, and purify our hearts. May our minds remain forever soaked in remembrance of His grace.